period of May 2019 continues, but with a shift in emphasis. I'm Armand Diaz with your forecast for the week of May 20th, 2019. So last week was all about production. It was all about building. This is a time that is more about disseminating. It's more time of assessing where things are. The moon moves through the latter part of the zodiac from Sagittarius to Pisces, the collective signs, a time when we tend to focus more on big picture things. Even in our personal lives and for your personal business, career, and things like that, it's a time to try to step back and assess whether or not you're catching the wave and you're going with the trend or you're going against them. You could do great things either way. You can go against the tide. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know how you're doing it. So this is a period of time when we're trying to get ourselves oriented to what's going on in the big picture, as well as assessing what's going on in our own lives, work, career, romance, and all of that stuff. And it's a time to decide where we're going to reinvest our energies, where we're going to invest our energies, and where we're going to maybe divest our energies. So that's the theme of the week. Now, we have some very long void times. You should get the newsletter. That's how you can find out when the void times are. But we have a long void time on Monday afternoon, and we have a long void time on the early part of Thursday. So when you have long voids, sometimes that's an opportunity to step back. In this case, it's a time to sort of step back and sort of see where things are at, and also, too, to do research and maybe to do some revising. You may need to revisit and revise on things that you've done recently, and that's a great thing to do with the moon void. Great time for editing also, by the way. We get off with a big energetic start on Monday until the moon goes void. The moon is in Sagittarius, and it's still pretty near the full phase, so there's a lot of energy around. Even through the void, we should be pretty productive, and it should be a good time. It's probably a good time to get out and have some fun early in the week as well. Tuesday, very constructive kind of vibe. Actually, physical construction, gardening, but not planting, just, weeding and general tending and tilling the soil type of thing, but not planting because the moon is in Capricorn. Very good energy for that. It's a very active vibe. We have Mars sextile to Uranus, so you can do things and find new ways to do things. It's an innovative kind of vibe. So Tuesday is very, very productive day. Wednesday, a little bit more tension as the moon comes up to meeting with Saturn and then going on to meeting Pluto. There is a good opportunity to get things done on Wednesday, but you're liable to feel more tested. Any interviews, meetings, or anything that you have going on, be very, very well prepared on Wednesday. And be very well prepared always, but especially on Wednesday, you may get some pushback. You may need to prove yourself on Wednesday. Thursday, the thing is that the moon is void the early part of the day. Later in the day, it goes into Aquarius, and Thursday and Friday, really great times for putting stuff out there. Okay, this is a time for disseminating, letting folks know what you're doing, connect via social media, connect via email. But, it's great also, too, for meeting in groups. You can do that. That could be a work meeting. We're all going to get together and talk about where things are at. It could be a social meeting. It's great for things like, groups of friends going out and having some fun. It's also very good for things that have a sort of social or political kind of feel to them. So if you were going to, let's say, go to a charity event or go to a school play or something like that, community function types of things, very much favored on Thursday night, Friday evening. The moon is void all day Saturday. Sunday, the moon goes into Pisces. It's the last quarter moon, traditionally a time to do assessing. More or less, my guess is you would have already done that on Friday, or you're going to save it for Monday the 27th. It's not really the feel of the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, let serendipity rule. After you've spent all this time figuring out where you are and where you're going and how you want to get there and all of that during the course of the past week, Saturday and Sunday, get a little lost. Let serendipity take you. See what you find. Sometimes even just taking a little side street. You can find a cute little shop or something. Go for a walk in the woods. The moon's going to be in Pisces on Sunday. Go to the beach. Meander around a little bit. Take it easy. Let the pressure come off. Monday is going to have a little bit more energy to it anyway, so you'll kind of be there. It's the waning phase of the moon. As we get into next week, it's going to be a week. The productive period kind of ends. Monday is probably the last day to do much of anything, and kind of sort of feel that that the weekend would be a good time to rest and recharge for that one last little icing on the cake type of moment. All right, have a great week, and I'll see you back here sometime soon.